We made it through. God is going to rebuild with you on the new timeline. And this whole year was a refinement process, which we're going to discuss today. A year of refining our intuition so that we can become a better version of ourselves. It's good to see everyone getting on. Just give me 1 second. Too many things to remember. It's good to see everyone. Rebuilding on the new timeline. That's where we are. We're building on the new timeline. There's certain energies that govern the universe. One of them is the Hermetic principle of rhythm. And sometimes the pendulum swings one way, and then the pendulum is going to swing back the other way. And a lot of this is what you're going to apply to your life. I'm leading by example, sharing my firsthand experience of this. So it's great to see everyone getting on the live chat. Grand rising to everyone. It is a never-ending journey. But there are seasons. And seasons in our life, they're not forever. These seasons come to an end. Obviously, if you're on the ascension journey, your life is constantly continuing forward. But each season is going to serve a purpose. The seasons in our life, we learn through the experiences. What did you take from the season? How were you refined? How did God set you up for the future? What are you going to take with you from the previous season? And what are the things you're going to leave behind? Heck, in your life, you might have to leave people in the dust. You might have to leave people behind. And we're going to be discussing through this, okay? Over the course of your journey, you might be an empath. You might be a person that loves to improve the lives of others. But over the course of your journey, your trust and peace can be taken away from you. You might experience betrayal. This was something I shared with a few people over this past year, betrayal. If you're getting this message, you can say you might have had an experience of betrayal in your life. These were all parts of the refinement process. So it's great to see everyone. You could hit 1111 if you're ready for the new timeline. Yeah, GleeXO writes, betrayal has been a common theme. Okay, so what your high commander is here to do today is going to help you expand. You have to know what life is truthfully about. This has been a journey of self-discovery and self-respect. And I know that a lot of people, including myself, it's part of the lesson today. You might have even went through a time period that was just a season for you where you were a people pleaser. Were you a people pleaser? So God is going to rebuild with you in front of everyone. God's going to make a big spectacle about it. I move in the image of God. I made a big spectacle the other day. The video's exploding right now. I'm so grateful for everyone, the new people that have just come to this channel and community. We're constantly growing. This is a community of empowerment and being faith-based. And I'm going to discuss going through the fog. I went through an experience, wild experience, where I had to go through a fog that I've never seen before. And that was a finish for the season. There's never a finish line in life, but there was like to go through the timeline shift. So you might go out and you start hearing about timelines and timeline shifts. Well, there's going to be a catalyst moment. There's going to be a segue, and to go and maybe you feel a lot of fear. You don't see. None of us see. This was a refinement of our intuition traveling through the fog. So I have stories. I have lessons. This is a very powerful podcast today. It's good to see everyone coming on. I'm so grateful if you could click the like button in the now moment. It allows others to find this very powerful word today. And let's start improving our everyday lives in all phases of life. Okay? It is a good time. All right? This year, you might have seen the writing on the wall. You had to reach a place, and you're trying to go towards something, and the matrix, which we put an end to. Were you out on the beach with us? Did you put an end to the matrix with us? Oh, it's a powerful video, right? I'm so grateful for all the comments on that, and I want to lead by example. It doesn't matter what you do in your real. They say, why is everything glitching? Why does these doors seem like they're closed? Where I am the representation, your frequency, right? The outer world must. It is free will. It must reflect what your internal frequency is. If your internal frequency is abundance, if your internal frequency is love, authenticity. Anything that doesn't, it has to leave. It must leave. So you might have seen the writing on the wall, and you might have had to leave and embody self-respect. And this is the hermetic principle of rhythm. And in your life, you might be in a place, and you have to command respect wherever you walk. Especially our men, I've been sharing this, and that's the most important thing. All right, is respect in life. People that and a lot of you that are all tuned into this message today, you might have seen that people were chasing the dollar. People were chasing, all different types of things, but they weren't connected to God. But when you are walking with respect, all right, that's the most important thing. I share about my journey with people, regardless of where I am. I said, I'm free. I'm always working, but it's on my terms, and I'm free. That little freedom that I have to not listen to someone tell me what to create, and I'm the creator, it comes from a different place. So when you are moving forward in your life, you're moving to a place where you have respect, where you have freedom and sovereignty, and all these little things are more important than the dollar amount. It's more important than having fake people. You want to have the real people. You want to when you are doing your work, your vocation, you are doing things that we all, to operate out of this world, make money or whatever it is, but you want to do things that are in alignment. And when your head hits the pillow at night is something that I've shared with the community. I sleep beautifully at night. I slept extra last night. It's been quite a journey the last few days. But when my head hits the pillow at night, I sleep well, And these are the things. If you're tossing and turning at night, if you're at the workplace and it's out of alignment with your soul, you are going to toss and turn at night. If you're not in alignment with your relationship, you are going to toss and turn at night. So sometimes you're going to have to get real strong. I hope my video empowers millions of people as it's exploding right now. And you're going to have to put an end to the world. Because that world was not a reflection of who you are. Smash it into smithereens, burn it to the ground, move forward, and God will rebuild with you on the new timeline. We are on the new timeline. It's good to see everyone. I appreciate everyone here on the new timeline. You connect with God actually in the subconscious, and through the past year, God has built an unbreakable force, okay? So I know not only myself, but many people had a rough year. This was the 9 year. And now you are an unbreakable force. And people will watch you rise. Some people might have to watch you rise from a distance. All right? This is what God had planned. This is what God had in store for each and every one of us in a different sense. We're not all doing the same thing, but we follow the same energy patterns and themes. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe, and I take you on the journey as we operate out of current themes. So this is like a channel that's very different than others. Over the course of our everyday lives, we have additional energies that come in, like energies that are shown in the Schumann resonance, X-class solar flares, all right, certain, energetic signs in the sky, if you will. And I teach you how to maximize these opportunities. Never forget, regret is worse than failure. Okay? So up to this point in my life, I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets from this past year. I did everything that I could. I led with my heart. And even though the matrix was corrupt and certain things didn't work out the way it was, God put me through everything that I experienced to become an unbreakable force, an unstoppable force. And that's what this journey was about in 2025. Not an easy year for many people. Cliff, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the cup of joe and the super chat. I'm so grateful for the super chat, Cliff. The caffeine does maintain our sunny personalities, Cliff. Thank you, brother. Very grateful. When God rebuilds you, nobody can undo it. I've seen things, I've experienced things, it doesn't affect me anymore. So I'm here to tell you, regardless of where you are in your journey, we're all going to go through it at some point in 2025. Sometimes, and I'm not saying this from a place of ego, when you have a place where you're speaking to millions of people, you might just go like a front runner. You might go through things and end them a little bit earlier than everyone else so that you can share the information. God is allowing me to share information to all of you, right? So you might still be going through it right now. God rebuilds you. Nobody can undo it. So the things that maybe you went through or going through, once you come out of it, it doesn't faze you anymore. Okay? And this is how we are all, it's a frequency, and it is that constructive interference wave that all of us collectively, we're creating, and we are manifesting a new timeline. I always share about the energy of the Good Shepherd. We'll go there very soon. And, what I set forth, there's things that we could manifest for our everyday life experience, but I'm just wired a little bit differently. And that's why so many people were empowered by that video. A couple of, like the beta males of society, they got a little triggered because when you're that weak, you look at that and you say, oh, I don't understand it. So I say negative things in the comment section, right? Hiding behind in the darkness. So everyone has to learn this on their journey. Okay, so what I set forth to do, instead of manifesting a Lamborghini, I manifested a new timeline for millions, if not billions of people. If that resonates with you, I appreciate if you click the like button and check out that video. It's amazing. It's amazing, and that's why I kept telling people, it's all about respect. Respect is more important to me than anything else. All right, you're going to learn this. The new currency is going to be respect, because in life, when you have the big mansion, right? That's why I didn't need big mansions, right? I went about things a different way, all right? And all I'm doing is leaving a legacy for other people. If you're alone in that mansion, it doesn't make a difference, What we actually needed was unconditional love. In that old world that we just eradicated and destroyed, there was no unconditional love. Where people went to fear instead of love, that world has now ended. That was powerful stuff, right? I walk the walk and talk the talk, right? So when people come to this channel, you see how we talk here on the podcast. I do go out to the front line. I actually do these things. That's what differentiates me. I'm here to lead by example, to be the lighthouse. When one of us, and then the next person, this is like some people call it the 100th monkey effect. When one person sees you, you're the lighthouse. We see these things. It inspires other people to do it as well. That's why God kept you safe through all the craziness, especially in this past year. I can reflect on the past 7 years. I had so much, crazy things that have happened. It's really sad how weak the old world was. So many times, I shared in a video about love, you know. It's on the channel page. There's a video when I saved the kitten in the road. I said, what a disgrace. You know, you might be a guy and you've seen this with weak, worthless women in the world, the modern woman. You might be the divine feminine, and you've seen this with weak, worthless beta males, right? You didn't need to take care of someone, sweetheart, put his man bib on. You didn't need a parasite in your life, bro. So what I did is I smashed it all to smithereens, and I left a new world for the true ones that continue with their life, the people that want to take responsibility for their life. All right, on this channel, this is not, you know, victimhood spirituality. This is spiritual empowerment, right? It's a new phrase. I coined it. We move it forward. Or you could write spiritual empowerment, because this is what we need in our life. You got to be the light warrior in our life right now. And once you reach that, you're going to cross through the fog. It's scary to go through the fog. I went through it the other day, and then you come out on the other side. Catherine, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for that. You are amazing. You're amazing, Catherine. I'm so grateful. We're all going to be dancing like that very soon on this brand new timeline. I told you we're making a brand new timeline, kid. Yeah, Midge. And as we embody the Christ, the truth, you embody the truth. It's very powerful, okay? So over the past year, myself and other people, you went through a lot of bullshit, a lot of disrespect, a lot of things. It made you feel sad about the world. You know, I said I don't fit into this world in that video, right? As a divine masculine, you just want to love people, and you say, this is how I'm. Nah, I'm not going to be disrespected. I'm not going to have these things. So through this process where you will get very close to God, everything was stripped away the fake to reveal the real in you. What is left, you went through you were on the threshing floor this year. We all were. What is left is divine. So all the stuff that was not you, it was knocked apart. You were refined. You were in the fire, the Holy Spirit fire. It's blazing light. Remember the Holy Spirit fire? That was great. That was a good one. Check it out. So what was left is divine. You know, and I've seen this on my journey. A lot of people make terrible mistakes when they assume, right? And you should learn about the law of assumption. That's how I'm creating my life. You want to learn how to manifest and manifest correctly. Click the subscribe button. I'll teach you. But a lot of people assumed. They see me, right? They assume. They made a terrible mistake, right? And I'm sure you're getting this message. And people made a terrible mistake. And now they get to watch it from a distance. Now they get to watch. God is going to raise you up in this energy. We're on the new timeline. So now, and again, it's not easy. It's not something to be glorified. Your life is destroyed. My life was destroyed many times, right? But every time, right? And God allows it to happen because you're a person. The phrase is the chosen one. It's used. Some people get triggered by it. But every time you get broken and then you come back and heal, and then you break again and you come back and heal. It's so you're calloused, right? In the gym, I share about my physical wellness journey, right? Always be pumping in the gym, and the calluses on the hand, right? It makes you stronger. It's unbreakable. That's what God did this year. You're unbreakable. You could write it in the comments. I am unbreakable. Revel, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. False lights, hush your bluff. You are not saints. Threaten the world and command the names erased from the sky. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm very grateful. There are a lot of people out there that are fake. Shine your light and it reveals the real. Clear and remove all of the things that are fake in life. That's what the Holy Spirit fire was all about. You know, I've been, sharing about the solar flash for a long time. You know, all of these energies, right? I'm sure there are people, and you could hit the flames in the chat. This year, you felt this Holy Spirit flame purifying your body. This flame is purifying you. It's not comfortable. That's the Heinrich metamorphosis that we've all been going through. Do you think the caterpillar says, oh, wow, I can't wait to be liquefied on the insides. It feels so good. It doesn't feel good. But when you come out of it, you get the new wings. Then you could fly around with the new wings. Now you're on a higher dimensional plane, right? This is how I teach ascension. You're a caterpillar on the floor. You're on a lower dimensional plane. You're crawling. Are you crawling on the floor, or are you spreading your angel wings and flying? What are you doing? That's what this process is about. I'm just giving you the truth about it because it's not a unicorn and rainbow. It's not pleasant. And especially the last blast that I took, and a lot of you seen, one of the main parts of it. I healed up pretty good, right? The eye's pretty healed. It's not a joke, okay? If you're new, you go to the channel page, you watch the recent videos, okay? You get a lot of purges in the body, right? We watch it all, the real. If you're here for the real, you click subscribe. I'm taking the journey with all of you. So that energy is going to purge all that stuff, emotions, densities. That's why this stuff purges out of the body. And we can watch it happen for real. And we can watch the hand of God move for real. It's not a joke to go through the purging energies. But what we can do is assist it along. What we can do is let go of the past ways of our life that aren't serving us. And one of the things that I strongly had to learn was not being a people pleaser. And that's actually, the more I connect with others, it seems like we were all because we want to love other people. But you can't, I've shared this many times, unconditional love is not unconditional acceptance of poor behavior. And I hope you have self-respect moving forward, brothers and sisters. Let me say it again so it penetrates the brain. Unconditional love is not unconditional acceptance of poor behavior. You could smash the shift out of the like button if you enjoy that, if you want others to hear that. It's all about self-respect, kid. Put respect on my name, son, right? And that's what it's about, right? And I had to learn this, and we all have to learn this, right? The fear, the people-pleasing is gone. A lot of us, we have fear, right? It really comes in the form of gaslighting of people that they just want to harvest your energy. Sadly, in the world, this is just the way it is. We have to accept it. Some people will charge you up. Some people will drain you like a human battery. So that's why I teach on this channel that you want to decalcify your pineal gland. You want to maybe fast, detoxify your whole, get your chakra system up and running. Get your clairs up, kid. And when you get your clairs up, when your spiritual senses are high, and we're going to be talking about this over the upcoming weeks, and some people might get triggered. We're on the new timeline now. We're just teaching the truth now. There's nothing left but the truth. Okay? There is nothing left but the truth. So once you get your clairs up, you can make better decisions, free will decisions, through your spiritual senses, your clairs, your clairsentience. You feel energy. I feel people in about 3.5 seconds, right? Reconnecting with people, also some new people in like 48 hours. It's amazing. Beautiful people, the beautiful people, right? And you'll feel them. They can't hide. So the more that you're feeling energy, these are your spiritual senses. All animals are able to pick up on vibration and frequency, as Dr. Bruce Lipton said. And he said the lion, the gazelle doesn't have to ask the lion, are you going to eat me? The gazelle knows, it starts running immediately. Right? So you, that's getting this message, you have to know when to run away from people very swiftly. You know when to run towards people. Say, wow, look, this is the love over here. This is love. Run towards it. And what has happened in the world, it's just the answer. I'm just giving you the answer. People are working in reversals, inverted. Why? It's in your brain. Your brain is demented. Well, why is my brain demented? Because your brain is filled with subconscious programs that you got from mainstream media. You got it from narcissists around the water cooler in the workplace, right? In the little cliques. And now it got in your brain and you're running reversals. And I've seen this, okay? You could put the targets if you've seen this as well. This is the behavior. And I'm also here. I'm just being strong. If I'm triggering you, you hold on for dear life and make it through the end of the video. And you're going to say, you know what? I'm going to do a better job. I'm realizing, I just did a video on why your wealth might be destroyed from your subconscious. Everyone, a lot of people didn't see that one. It's so important. I had a world famous diagram. We're going to bring out we're going to bring out the whiteboard. I don't have one today, but we have, let me know if you love that video, leave a comment on it, so I could teach you guys. People are running reversals with their wealth. People are running reversals with their love life. I see it. I see these women, they run over to the beta male and they wonder, oh, why is my life shot in the future? Meanwhile, they ran away from the divine masculine. You're the problem. You're running reversals. So what you need to do, right, you have to get in there, especially women are supposed to be spiritually in tune. So you have to get in there. You have to cleanse out the chakra system. You got to open the third eye. You have to listen to your heart. And I've seen this. I even heard this in the past. I heard a woman say something like, I have to think with my brain, not my heart. That's literally the opposite. There it goes. It's literally the opposite. Okay. It's literally the opposite. All right. So as we move forward, and that's what the fog was all about. Don't go anywhere. I got a real life story that it's some of the things I experience, you know, it's really amazing. Okay. We rise with wisdom. We rise with purpose. You know, as I could sit here, I could just sit back. I could sip on my cup of Joe. And I share from a place of wisdom because I actually did it in my everyday life. That's what this channel is all about. It's about real life evidence. You're taking a faith-based journey, right? We move forward with actual real life evidence. So we rise with wisdom. We rise with purpose. And sometimes we think what our purpose can be, but we have to be authentic. So I know through the experience, I sat quietly with God. There are doors. Okay, it's not my responsibility no more. If the world burns in that area, that's not my responsibility. I have to stick with what has actually happened in my life. So when I step forth, there's millions of people that have watched this channel and watched me on Facebook. I posted a post the other day that got 500,000 views on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. We are growing like never before on Facebook, right? It's amazing. I'm learning how to express myself in all different ways, right? So what I have to do is I stay in my lane, right? So I'm going to stay in my lane and I'm going to share to the world the real actual things that I have accomplished, that I actually have. And if certain things didn't pan out, it's not my responsibility. I could stay nice and chill on the chill timeline. I shared this recently. I did a diagram. I said there's going to be 3 timelines. I put them out, and this is where we are right now. So there's certain things in my life, it's not my responsibility. There's going to be people, and they're going to want you, maybe you're a leader in certain fashion, right? And what I'm here to do is shine a light, because some people, it's an egoic thing, especially in spirituality, that they're a know-it-all at everything. Do you know these people? You're a know-it-all at everything. Okay, so what we need to do, I'm just giving you the truth here. What we need to do is become a professional at certain attributes. I love to share the story of stone soup. Everyone's going to put something in the pot. So when you come to our channel here, I'm going to share from a place of authenticity, the best there is at the things that God has tasked me to teach about through real life evidence. And then there's things that it's not my place to go like this, right? So this is the actual journey. And that's actually how it's supposed to be. Because we're actually supposed to be communities. There's not one ultimate, person. You might see people on social media with their filters and stuff, right? Let me Photoshop my body and put it on Instagram and get all these likes and think I'm a know-it-all. right? A lot of you have seen this behavior. Years ago, I used to see my students suffering, right? Because they would see all these Instagram models and all this other BS, and they felt like they were not important because they didn't have, all this attention, right? And what I'm here to do is smash social media. If this resonates, you smash the like button and share this to 1 million people. This is what I'm here to do. I saw my former students suffering. They would ask me certain questions, and that's not the way of the world. Okay, and if you're out there, you see a lot. The social media has made a world where it's all fake. They're showing you stuff that's fake, and it's very rare that people have the guts to do. I'm not the only one, but what I'm here to do is lead the charge. Be authentic. Be authentic. Life's not perfect. You might be a single guy like me as well. You see people on there and they say, we're going to talk about this. A world famous video is coming around this time of year. It's the beautiful time of year to see clearly. But a lot of these people, they post stuff on social media. Their relationship, it's actually fake on paper. There's a lot of stress. It's all fake, and you sitting there by yourself, brother or sister, your nervous system might be nice and calm. You don't have a parasite in your life. You don't have a beta male in your life, regardless of who you are, right? So a lot of people show on social media, and then you're sitting there, and you're the divine feminine, you're the divine masculine, and you're sitting there, and you might be alone, and that's okay. It's better to be alone than be with someone that's fake. And I've seen this. And people tell me stories in the sauna about their fake girlfriend or their fake boyfriend, and they're full of crap. In life, on social media, people show you their life the way that they want you to think how it is and not how it actually is. Our everyday lives is the foundation of authenticity moving forward. We're on the brand new timeline. We're picking up our brothers and sisters, right? We're moving forward with empowerment. Training with our brothers and sisters in the gym. I'm back, baby. It's good to see everyone. Know this about your journey. Nothing is about perfection. It's about authenticity. When you could just be authentic. See, if I could press record, we're now 32 minutes into this. I have a little lesson plan of bulleted notes. If I don't have to play pretend and be fake, oh, wow, this guy doesn't need a teleprompter. He could just talk. He could talk for 1 hour because he's truthful, all right? So this is how we have to move into the future. This is how we move into the future. I'm telling you this. You're going to waste a lot of energy playing pretend, putting on a mask. What did I say to this person? What did I say to that person? Or how about you're just yourself 24/7? Okay, my brothers and sisters that know me in the gyms, regardless of where I go, they say this guy's the same. That's why I resonate with his channel. He's always the same. He's always the same. There's people in the world, they put on a pretend, put on a show. All right, so that's why I keep telling you, you got to get your clairs up. You got to feel the energy behind people and move forward. Through the fog. It was scary again. I experienced the craziest stuff. And sometimes someone has to be with you, because I could talk to 1 million people. I could say, who the hell's going to believe me? I have the craziest experiences, bro. I really do. But sometimes I have someone with me, and that's why sometimes you have to have a witness with you. You say, how the hell is this real? What's going on right now? Okay? Every attempt to slander your name has failed. You're like Teflon. All right? Every attempt. I know there's many people that are tuned into this message, right? You're doing a work of God. Every attempt to slander your name failed. I know there's people out there, right? You might see me. You might see, a person made a silly reel to try to, hurt this guy or hurt this girl, right? It's always the hyena talk, right? You might have seen it on people on the television too. They try to, the Teflon Don is here, Ronnie. Teflon Don is here. God is going to rebuild. Listen, my life was smashed apart so many times, but it made me stronger. What was that? You had to outlast the onslaught. Now I am the onslaught. Now I am the onslaught. With warriors. You know, when you go out on social media, I've been sharing this, so much gaslighting from weak, worthless people in the comment section. And then you go out into the gyms, you see these strong men, these powerful women, and everyone's looking for this work right now. So, and I'm sharing you from a place of authenticity. In my mind, when you see all this nonsense, those are the little quote unquote, the demons are just try to get in your brain to put self-doubt. When in doubt, you cancel out, right? My father taught me that in the past. That's why I'm here, because I had great parents. They're watching, right? I had great parenting. They gave me great ironclad self-worth, subconscious programs at a younger age so that I could lead millions of people. When in doubt, cancel out. Cancel out the self-doubt in your brain, move forward. Cancel out the self-doubt in your brain, move forward. All right? People see me stumbling in the dark. You say, this guy's still going. He's still going, right? Listen, I stumbling, falling. I keep getting up and moving forward. Disrespectful people, wipe it off. I move forward. Got to be the Teflon Don. That's what it is. This is just what it is. So this is why, you know, people will see you, say God's rebuilding. Wow, God's making this person a big spectacle now. Here's a big spectacle for everyone to see. And that's how we all see the hand of God move. You survived the fire. It's a refinement process. And it was very, there's always like a final, there's a final burst. You get through that. It's like a frequency fence, as I shared. You transition from one timeline to the next. You know, recently I had to travel through this very dense fog. And the fog is really a representation of our heightened intuition. I shared this so strongly this year. There was crazy stuff, and this was all about our intuition. Ronnie, I love you so much, Ronnie. Love you, sister. Thank you so much for that super chat. I love you. You know, this year, I noticed so many brothers and sisters, we all went through something that was, but somehow right at the end, right? It was like you had to feel it, but God wasn't going to hurt you. We get hurt a little bit. It's part of our journey. These are not losses, they're learns. But then right at the end, kid, we're delivered from evil, right? What is evil is to live in reverse. So you might have had, what you experience is like, this is the opposite of how life is supposed to be. I'm being a good friend. I'm being disrespected. I'm the divine masculine. I want to love someone. I'm getting disrespect. So regardless of who you are, right? I appreciate everyone in the chat right now. You went through something this year that opened your eyes. And you say, what a disgrace this world was, right? That world, that's why I put it to an end. Okay? I appreciate everyone watching that video and clicking the like. It's exploding right now. Sometimes you're going to have to do it yourself. Put an end, leave the world behind. Burn it to the ground, and God rebuilds with you on the new timeline. And I hope to leave a legacy for people. I understand some people don't understand like some of the things. I'm here to tell you, 7 years ago, some of these things I didn't understand, right? Sometimes I like to, play along with certain things. But the truth of the matter is, yeah, I get it. Sometimes 7 years ago, I wasn't as expanded as I am now. I'm exponentially greater. Do you want to be exponentially greater? You click subscribe. You show up every day. We're ready to go. Okay? You click that subscribe. I appreciate it. It's really helping. And then you get a daily video, 9 a.m. Eastern. 7 years ago, I'm here to tell you. I didn't do fasting. What's this fasting crap? I didn't want. That's what I said. That's what now I fast I'm intermittent fasting. I go through things. I do cleansing. I'm all focused on these things. It's not just about, working out and eating protein, bro. There's other attributes. That's why we're reverse aging. Okay. That's why we're staying young, vibrant. Traveling through the fog was about heightened intuition. Trusting the direction even though you cannot see the destination. I literally, and sometimes I say, am I manifesting this or is this just, it's unbelievable what I go through. So we go through our things, go through our experiences. We are, as I've been sharing, you have your North Star, you have your target, and even though it's like this, but you're still going towards your main target. You don't know the destination because the destination is unknown. Sometimes I didn't realize maybe that this was the decision for this next season, but we go to the destination and we're called to do it. It's a hermetic principle of rhythm. You will be respected. And you're going to know it right away. When you feel you have to be with the people that respect you. So important, bro. So important, sis. Divine feminine. If that beta male piece of trash ain't respecting you in your home, you got to be strong, girl. King, divine masculine. She's being a filthy parasite. Get him out. This is the things you got to have self-respect. Keep smashing the like button. This is how we're warriors. You have to have self-respect. It's not an ego thing. You're not a people pleaser. This is how you are. You're not someone's doormat. I'm the best there is. And I command respect wherever I go. And I see that. And I'm very grateful for all my brothers. My journey is usually in the gym. So it's great to see everyone again. We are back. And we're hanging and banging again. Lisa, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. I love you. Building a legacy in authenticity. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much. Legacies, okay? It's our legacy season. People will see. And when you have that self-respect and you're able to let go and you're able to walk away, and that's why God gives you, the perspective of both sides, the rhythm, the pendulum. You, the person that's getting this message, God works with compare and contrast. So you might have I had this experience, and then I had that experience. And then you do compare and contrast, and then you take that into the next season. One season, your life's not over. Right? Some people, I'm trying to teach all people, even the people that don't get it, your life is not over. The season is over. You're not in that season no more. Okay? So now you had I had this, I had that. And now you're comparing. And now what are you going to take into the next season? Right? What are you taking with you? Trust the direction when you can't see the destination. You are not guided by sight. You are guided by faith. That's why we had to travel through the fog. You are not guided by sight because you could only see a little bit ahead. That's what I've been. Hey, listen, I complain as well. I am divine masculine. I like direction, but I really had to fine tune my intuition. As true leaders moving forward, we all have to have intuition and trust our own intuition. Know when to hold on to something. No matter what, you got to let go of it. And that's how you're kind of navigating through. Ready? You're navigating. God was fine-tuning you so that you could navigate, and you're able to navigate through the path of least resistance. Oh. So my neck was so tight last week with all those energies. That blast took a toll on the body. It's just how it is, right? So now There's more stuff that needs to be healed. Over the course of this past year, I did a very world famous video on the dark night of the soul. If you haven't watched it yet, I encourage you. We're going to put that video up at the end of this if you're watching the replay. Dark night of the soul this year. You actually heal from it, which I did, and then you take on damage in other places. So now there's other things we need to heal. So this is actually our journey, right? We're constantly healing. Right? We're constantly overcoming. People see strength and survival. That's actual power. Sometimes in life you see, and I see this, I love to use sports for an example. I love to use sports. And I see this as I take the pulse of society and what people write. And people respect the people that, went through strength, survival, authenticity. And then they see other athletes that are propped up by the media and they actually don't have any respect for those athletes. Have you seen this? I don't know who watches, all different types of people tune into Our Everyday Lives, but maybe you've seen this as well. There's certain athletes that most of society, they have so much respect for those athletes. And then there's other athletes that the media tries to prop them up. And people don't even care. So when people see strength, when people see survival, because this is actually our journey. In order to have, because when you go on the authentic ascension journey, in order to have a higher high, you had to go through a low again. You're going to have to get knocked down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Right? I said to myself, I'm getting tired of this crap. More BS. But then I have to reflect on my life. I'm just giving you the truth when I complain. And I said, well, I did say I wanted a higher high. I didn't know that this was going to take so darn long, right? And I went through another window of time of crap. But if I reflect on my life, and this is where the free will, and I say to myself, you know what? I did say I wanted to have a higher high. So now I have to say, you know what? This is my responsibility to make it through this right now. And that's why God puts you through the refinement process so we could reach these higher highs. God is going to rebuild with you on the new timeline. It's time to rebuild. That's why I wield a BFH, my big hammer. Yeah. Because as the king, you have the ability to destroy the old timeline, eviscerate it. But now we take the hammer and we rebuild. And we rebuild with God. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. So I'm so grateful for all of you. We're on the new timeline. I'm so grateful for all the new light warriors that have found us in the past 48 hours. We're exploding on the scene. So grateful for everyone that has found us on Facebook as well. Hit me up on Facebook, both platforms. We're moving forward. We're expanding consciousness. We're picking up our brothers and sisters. We're leaving a legacy of authenticity. All right. And anyone that hasn't seen those videos, really know that we're in, this is the Hopi prophecy fulfilled. That was a powerful one. And watch The Dark Night of the Soul. Anyone that's hearing this right now, if you haven't seen that, reflect on 2025. Did you have a dark night of the soul? So important to know that. That's a very special place. It's a very special place when you come out of that dark night of the soul. And it's the truthful way that God is going to raise you up. So I love you guys very much. Check those videos out. I'm so grateful for everyone sharing. It helps the community grow. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys. very much. Bye for now.